God damn. Alright, now let me actually check if any of this is picking up. If not, then that's pretty not cool. Not cool at all. Damn, I haven't been on live in this channel in a while. What's up, y'all? Oh, by y'all, I mean, I mean the 0 viewers in my chat right now, of course. I don't think my live officially went live yet. Hold on, let me reload my YouTube on my phone. Maybe it'll work then. It just says I went live. I didn't actually. Okay, there we go. Maybe it'll work then. Alright. Got myself watching myself. It'll probably say. So, I highly doubt anybody will actually join during the live stream, but this is essentially just going to be me yapping the whole time. I didn't want to record an entire video of me yapping, it'd just be boring. And I just didn't feel like editing all that shit, so literally all I'm going to do is just go straight in, like, to creative, and then once we load into creative, I'll just start showing maps. And honestly, I think first, obviously, I'm probably going to start off with Washington Knights, since it was, like, my first series on this channel, all the way back in, like, 2021. It just sucked, you know, having to take, like, a year and a half to finish a season. But yeah, essentially, once it loads, I don't know why I still got the Juice for loading screen. I literally re-downloaded the game today just to fucking do this bullshit. Alright, there we go. I already had some stuff load up. What should I show first? Decisions. Alright, where did we leave off at? It was the most latest episode was the one of the unreleased ones that were unfinished. No, that's episode 1. Episode 2. God damn. Good acting, good acting. Come here.
Considering we're not that far from where they were at, it'll be long enough to find out. To the prison. Tomorrow I got Eric and Chris busy, so it can't be them.
Fuck, what was... Okay, I think I know. So essentially, let me load up the map. So, essentially, this is where we're going to go next. This was the thing I'm about to show you right now is the prison for the cause essentially our next main camp was going to be the prison, and that was like the main idea, you know, like it was going to be the prison and shit. What the fuck? Oh no, yeah, my broadcast still going. But essentially we're going to have the prison be the next main camp, and at the prison arc was going to be fire. I'll be honest, prison arc was going to be fucking fantastic. Essentially in the prison, there's a lot of shit was going to happen. Okay. God damn. Alright. So, the prison itself, whenever fucking... So, the group comes here to, like, you know, they're trying to find a new base. They know that their old one back at the fucking motel is, you know, kind of compromised. So they come here, and essentially for most of season 3 it's just like clearing out the prison and then building up and shit, and it is just, yeah, it was just gonna be fire. If y'all don't know, I think his name was Alex. Alex gets bit during the prison, and we go to, I don't have the map, but we go out to find some medical supplies to cut off his leg. And as we're out, we get caught up by a horde. The horde ends up, you know, Eric ends up dying by the horde. Whenever he helps up, essentially they're carrying a bunch of supplies. This is just the idea. I wish I had the map to show y'all, but essentially they're carrying like the supplies, and Eric has a lot on him, so he can't really, or not Eric, Chris has a lot on him, so he can't really jump up, so Eric jumps down, and he helps Chris up, but in return, in cost of that, Eric ends up getting torn apart, because, you know, as soon as Chris comes up, the walkers surround him. And then, since it took so long, the horde delayed the time, we'd come back, and we'd find out that Alex already turned, and he was put down. So, yeah, it's a very fucked up, arc, whenever that happens. And then, yeah, they'd die, and then the group would start to find out about, like, there were these people, the Warlords, man, been teasing them the whole fucking series. Essentially, they would, where is it? Was it this? No. Hold on, I know I have it somewhere. Fuck, don't tell me. Oh yeah, here it is. No, that's season 2 end. Okay, where's season 3 end? I know I have it. I just can't find it. Shit. Oh yeah, Washington High School. That's where. Hey, you know what? Shh. Washington High School essentially is like the same. It's the same high school that Jack and JC went to. Lore-wise. It's the same high school that they both went to. I think it was called either Washington High School or Tacoma High School. I can't remember. But there's one of the two, and essentially Jack and JC played for the football team there, and from there they just kind of like, damn, it's hard to remember because I kind of just like threw all this shit out the window in my memory. It's like relearning it almost. But essentially for this episode, what it was going to be, Jack and JC go to get more supplies for the upcoming war with the Warlords men. They just feel it coming upon them. They come here, they find this, like, oh shit, you know, they loot the place, they have old memories of whenever they were in high school. Then they come over here, they find out that the military was just offing people left and right. That's why this is all closed up and shit. And you got some rooms closed up as well. But yeah, the military was just fucking, you know, they're like prime King Von in this bitch. Oh, what the fuck? They got rid of the bleachers. That's so stupid. All dead. Yeah. But it's a pretty nice little concept that we had. Sadly, it wasn't able to be done. Got all this stuff. We search here, get some stuff. Over here we get some shit, and eventually we leave. It's not a huge, like, it's just all based on memories and shit, and it was just supposed to be like character bonding and, you know, all that. Apart from that, I want to show you guys, Harry, let me also show you the radio tower. This map is pretty shit, I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best, but it's alright. I think this map specifically had a lot of, like, inspiration from, like, Dying Light a little bit, for me, whenever I built it. And, I guess you'll see why. Here we go. So, essentially what was supposed to happen is that Veronica tells Jack that, you know, that they haven't been getting anything on the radio, and that she knows that the radio is not busted, and that she thinks that it might be because the towers are offline, And so Veronica tells Jack, hey, it also boosts our signal if you go and boot up this radio tower. So Jack goes out on his own, comes here, searches this place a bit. You know, he's like, oh shit, you know, dead person. Then, you know, he's like, oh, okay. And then, you know, it's totally not, you know, totally not plot, but he makes his ascent up the radio tower, climbs a little bit, makes it up here. Up here he jacks in, and he uses his radio. He talks to Veronica a bit, and then over the radio he hears the Warlord for the first time. And that scene was gonna be fire. I was gonna have it in replay mode and everything, but you know. Oh shit! God damn! Sorry, hiccuping. Yeah, that's about it for the radio tower. That's also in season 3. All stuff I'm showing right now is in season 3. And then look at that Seattle Bandit base. Actually, yeah, I think this was in season 3. This is either season 3 or season 4 subplot. I can't remember. Let me load in. Alright. So essentially, yeah. So essentially this this was the, so there was a hierarchy, right? Here, it'd be best to give a little visual explanation. Not like anyone's gonna watch it, but let's just do it anyway. Where, oh my god, I haven't used this in so long. Jesus. Mother. Bill. There we go. Ah. Alright, so I would like this. Well, actually, even more like this. Wait, no. Yeah, no, there was a hierarchy. So it goes. Fuck. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, this is the best way to explain it. So at the bottom you got the Warden. The Warden was in control of the prison before the Washington Horde came through near the end of season 1, and the prison was overran. That's the prison I showed you earlier that Jack and the group take over in season 3. But essentially, the Warden used to only control the prison and like all the surrounding area, whilst this was left to the General. Then the General, which would have been Crypto's character, aka Jonathan Irons from season 1. Yeah, he did survive, by the way. And Crypto would have been, he was here and he controlled Seattle. Then whenever the Warlord heard that the Warlord was played by Cold, he was the dude above all, basically. Whenever the Warlord heard about the Warden's prison getting overran by walkers, he decides to tell the General to give this place up to the Warden for his main operating base, and that the Warden will control everything inside Seattle. That's why in episode 6, season 2, I believe, whenever Jack, Leon, and somebody else are fucking trapped in the city, that's why they see like the Warden driving around and shit. Now after that, the Warden took over this place, and the General took over a factory. I'll show you that in a bit. But essentially, the Warden took over this place, and we, as you can see in season 2, I was building this up to be like a place that we attack. But essentially, we attack this to get revenge for Vinny, which now let me show you that. So Vinny, you guys know Vinny, season 1 character if you watched it for a while. Maybe not. So essentially the group learns about Vinny being like, you know, not around. And, you know, they go look for Vinny still. In the factory, obviously, you saw in the episode that they found JC and Veronica and Leon, right? But they didn't find Vinny. And the thing is, it was like, it's a very touchy thing, I guess you'd say. I don't know. Like, sensitivity wise. Well, wise, not really. So, yeah, this is the right map. Okay. So, essentially, hold on, wait for it to load. There we go. So, essentially, the warden, takes some of his men, and the warden took Vinny, right? By the way, the warden is, the warden used to be an ex-prisoner. Him and a bunch of, basically the warden's men, like all of his men that he controls, are ex-prisoners, right? And so they're all pretty fucked up. And yeah, Vinny. The plot is that Chris gets captured by the warden's men, and they bring him here, and Chris would be locked up in there. And he got locked up with Vinny. And him and Vinny spent their Vinny's last moments here before Warden and some of his men came down, killed Vinny, or well, graped. I don't even know if I can say the R word on here. I think I can, but I don't want to test it. They graped and beat Vinny to death, and he died a few minutes before the gang arrived. Or, well, gang, whatever, the group. And essentially the group finds out, right, Jack, they all scout out. They see the place, like, alright, yeah, we need to get everyone. And every single group member walks up to the fucking place. It's like inspired off of the Braithwaite Manor mission from Red Dead Redemption 2, if you ever played it. But, essentially, like, the whole entire gang walks up. It'll be in, like, fucking Replay 2. Once our gang walks up, you know, they talk with them outside, then they fucking start a shootout, start killing each other. It'll require a fuck ton of people, too, to even do it. But, essentially, yeah, there's been a bunch of people fucking dead. Robbie would also die here. Yeah, like I said, Season 3 had a fuck ton of deaths, man. Robbie would also die here. He'd get fucking shot. Basically, would be like, alright, 3, 2, 1. We'd open it. Robbie would fucking turn to aim, and then he'd get his brains blown out. Robbie would die. Yeah. Essentially, Robbie and Vinny die. So, in total, all the people that die in Season 3 would be Robbie, Vinny, Alex, and Eric. All 4 of them die in Season 3. Or were supposed to die in Season 3, would have died. Anyway, nothing much in that other countryside map, so let's keep it rolling. Oh yeah, this is it. Okay. Alright. So, in the finale of Season 3, it was going to be a bit different, right? So, it was going to be... It's obviously this also took inspiration from something else. It took inspiration from a Walking Dead show. The lineup scene, right? Once it loads, I'll explain. It's a bit... Alright, there we go. Yeah. Alright, so essentially what would happen is that Jack and most of the group would hear about a huge stockpile of weapons and fucking explosives and shit at this factory, right? they'd scout out the factory. They'd be like, "There's not many guards, you know, yeah." And they'd be like, "Oh, that's pretty suspicious," you know. And then they'd go inside the factory with like supervision. Didn't work. They'd go inside the factory, and inside the factory, they'd realize it's a setup, and they get surrounded by a bunch of the warlord's men, and they're pushed outside. Once outside, they put on their knees, and as the entire group watches, these shutters would open. That's all the buttons and devices in there was for. This shutter would open. Hold on, let me actually see if I can just start the game real quick. The shutter would slowly open, and it would reveal the warden. No, the warden. Yeah, the warden, the general, and what's his name, and the warlord. So all three of them walk out. The warlord would give his speech, yada yada, and then he'd take two group members. One is JC, and the other is another group member, right? And essentially, he would be like, choose who lives, choose who dies, type situation, right? And then this part takes inspiration from the Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 3, New Frontier, where, you know, the main character is given a choice, and then he chooses one, and it turns out he kills the person that he chose to save, and leaves the other one that he didn't choose alive. And that's essentially what it was going to be. Since JC is like Jack's best friend, way like childhood best friend, he's known forever, he chooses JC, and then, you know, the warlord is like, well, we don't always get what we want, do we, Jack? And then he shoots JC and kills him. And then shortly after that, they're saved because, you know, their group's not stupid. And also they left some people back at camp, and they're probably wondering. So essentially they are able to escape by whoever helps them. I don't know who, but they all get saved, and JC is lying there dead. So yeah, that would be season 4, episode 1. That would have happened in. It's a very fucked up thing. And then season 4 would have been the war with the funny thing is, I think season 4 was going to be 20 episodes long, if I remember correctly. It's going to be way longer than any other seasons. But essentially, yeah, that's for season 3. That's about it. Back to. I didn't even know I could talk for that long. To 0 people, holy shit. Alright. So yeah, that would be about it. And then, oh, fuck, I don't have the camp. Whatever. And then after that, yeah, what the fuck? Alright. After that, shit. No, I don't really have any other maps, Washington Heights related to show. But, wait a minute. No. 0.0. Right? Oh, yeah, that was for crystallized. But essentially, just to say, like, my rough draft for the rest of the... Yo, what's up, Spy?
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Oh, I'm streaming.
No,
Yeah, I'm streaming on Dan Bandy right now.
Nope, that's a lie.
Okay. Anyway, but essentially what I would do for the, season 4 was essentially just going to be the big war between, the group and, shut the fuck up. The group and the Warlord's men, and at the very end of it, they'd still be in the prison, I'm pretty sure, but, oh wait, no, they'd be kicked out of the prison, yeah, because the Warlord, they'd have a big fucking fight at the prison, and the prison would get, like, the walls would be destroyed and shit by the Warlord's men and shit. Yeah, it was gonna be a big ass battle. But essentially after the fuck. Yeah. So essentially, after the battle and shit, you know, the rest, Jack is still set focused on getting revenge for JC. Jack's a psychopath all season 4, by the way. I forgot to say this. For the first 3 episodes, he's not even there. Like, he's not even, like, there in the RP. He's just, like, off, going fucking crazy. And then he's just a psychopath for most of season 4. And at the very end of season 4, he gets in a big confrontation with Leon. And him and Leon, you know, they fight a bit, and then they get broken up. And then after that, the entire group votes against Jack, and Jack is kicked out of the group. And then that's where we come to Turnwater. Which, this is essentially the Alexandria of the series at this point. So season 5, the end of season. Oh yeah, by the way, at the finale, season 4, once he reaches Turnwater, it turns out that Jack's brother is there, Blake, from season 1, episode 1. So he becomes a new character. Oh yeah, also Isaac dies in season 4 as well. Forgot to say that. Isaac gets shot in the head by Jonathan Irons, aka the General.
Never happens.
He's like, it never happened. Never happened. What the fuck? Anyway. Yeah, this is Turnwater. It's a really nice, like, fucking walled off, like, town. It's really peaceful, you know, nobody really... It's just nice, you know? They got solar power, they got a system, they got, you know, guns, they're stocked, they're chilling, right? But the thing is, Jack comes in Turnwater, he's a newbie, you know, he works for them. Solely throughout season 5, it's him uncovering, I'm pretty sure he lives in this apartment. Thank you, Gold Egg. Yeah, it's this apartment right here. But essentially Jack, it's just kind of sad. But essentially Jack is just alone with his brother. He just talks to his brother a bunch, and he learns about the corruption of the town, and he finds out that the mayor has been selling like children off to this nearby bandit faction. And so Jack rounds up some townsfolk. They all go out, they kill the bandits, free some of the kids. They come back. Jack kills the fucking mayor in front of everyone, essentially becoming the leader by power. After becoming leader in the season 5 finale, Jack and a bunch of his group go back, and they finish off the warlord, and they free Jack's old group. So that'd be Leon would die in this episode, by the way. He would be brutally beaten by the warlord after he keeps on asking him where Jack is. Yeah, Leon would have died. I think that's about it. Season 5, not much else. And here's where it just kind of gets like free balling. Can't really remember much. I think it was supposed to cap at like 7 seasons. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm gonna be fully honest, I can't really... All I know is that like there's gonna be some other fucking factions in the future. We're gonna meet the CRM, stuff like that. But that was about it. I think Jack would have, like, if it really did get so fucking far, which it never would have, but if it really did and I was RPing until I was like 25, then yeah, I probably could have. Jack could have met Rick Grimes and fucking Michonne and them from the Ones Who Live and shit. That would have been fire. But yeah, that's about it for Washington Knights. Spot, what should I move on to next to explain with all the ideas I had for it?
What is this this stream about again? Shit.
I'm just talking about all the RPs I didn't get to finish.
What have you gone over so far?
Washington Knights, that's it. For the past 30 minutes I've been yapping about Washington Knights.
Morbid Stories, maybe?
Morbid Stories? Well, I mean, Morbid Stories never really had like a set plot. I think the only interesting thing from
Criminal
Morbid...
Descent.
I'll
Criminal
explain Morbid Stories real quick. The only thing from Morbid Stories is that slowly throughout like the stories, the narrator would become more and more like involved, and essentially like I was starting to tease it a little bit with him burning the books and shit. Like it was. That's about it for Morbid Stories though. You said what? Criminal Descent?
Yeah.
Alright, I think they've already seen the high school enough.
No, they didn't.
I want to show them something new for Criminal Descent.
The ball toucher.
Well, as y'all know, for Criminal Descent, it was only going to be 2 seasons, I'll be honest. But, if I can find Eat. Oh yeah, Retribution. Damn.
You should go over the RPs were never done after Criminal Descent, like Crystal Beat. What the hell was that?
Crystal.
Retribution.
Yeah, Retribution.
and,
Crystallized.
and Soldiers and Case of
Yeah,
One Killing and all
I
that.
was gonna go over those. Hold on, I'm trying to find fucking. What are we going over right now? It's Criminal Descent, right? I'm trying to find.
Yes.
Do I really not have that many maps?
Did you delete them?
No. Alright, well, I guess I'll just use this map. But, essentially, Season 2, Criminal Descent, it was going to be a very, like, sad ending. Throughout Season 2, Danny becomes more and more of an asshole. And, he just doesn't become a really good person, and he really is just, like, constantly killing people for his father.
No wonder his dad dies.
He just becomes a really pretty bad person. And essentially Season 2 there's only one heist, but there's just a bunch of prepping for it. That's what most of Season 2 is. It's just prepping. Essentially this little area would become their new like base of operations, this abandoned warehouse. So now instead of running out of like their own house and the little apartment, they're running out of this, and they run all the like setups out of it. They rob a dealership to get a car. Can't remember what else. Rob a dealership to get a car, and I guess do a bunch of other shit. Ah, fuck. Oh yeah. Hold on. Wait, something I should show before this. I really hope I have it. Damn, I might not. Uncle David's house in the west, buildings. Huh. Hold on. Walking Dead Wilderness, Walking Dead, Story of Daryl, Criminal Descent Suburbs, Country, here it is. Once it loads.
Oh my god.
What?
I broke your stream on my YouTube channel.
What do you mean?
I put in 2 times speed, so I'm just going to the future right now, bro.
What the fuck? How many views do I got, chat? He's like -1.
Nah, just me.
He's like -1. Alright.
I thought you started repeating yourself. I was about to tell you to shut up.
Nah. They also drive like through what the fuck? Aw, yes.
Duh.
I don't even know why that's there. I can't even delete it. Alright, well, that's whatever. Those aren't supposed to be there. I don't know why they're there. But, essentially, what the fuck were their names again? William and Carl. The Brooks brothers, the 2 brothers in the series. What the fuck? The 2 brothers of the series had a really rich family, and essentially we robbed them, and Carl ended up killing their parents. And essentially now, after killing their parents, it cuts to Detective Miller, and it turns out that Carl and William's mother was Detective Miller's sister. And the FBI tells them to stay off the case because they say it's related to like the case before that they're now also on. By the way, the FBI took over Detective Miller's case, so he basically goes rogue, especially after this, because this is now it turned personal. Now he wants to catch these crooks. And so
Did that house have a basement?
yeah, it did. Except for this one, there was no like chained up attic, I don't think. Or chained up area. Anyway, but yeah, that was about it for that. And then after we get some money for that, we buy some stuff like armor and shit. And essentially we just prep for the big heist, like a city bank. Like they were gonna do a big city bank instead of like the small town bank. That they even fucked up on the small town bank. I don't know how they just jumped up to like this, but they just went all the way for it. And essentially, I can't remember exactly how this was supposed to go. God damn, why is it taking so long? Alright, there we go. Alright, so essentially, the big bank heist, they would charge up inside the bank, they'd go through, you know, it would be a crew of 5, it would be a random hired gun from the black market. It would be a random hired gun from black market, it would be Danny, Gabriel Rodriguez was Spy's character, Carl, and William Brooks. That would be the 5. Fuck! Oh shit, I think I couldn't film, what the fuck. But essentially, they'd get down the vault, they'd grab all the shit off. What the fuck? They grab all the shit up. And then after grabbing all the shit up, they'd try and leave. As they make their escape, they're confronted by a shit ton of cops. And somebody dies. I don't remember if it was Carl or Spy's character, but one of them died. And then they'd get back. It would just be the random mercenary, Danny, Carl, or Gabriel, and then William. They'd all come inside this area. Once they're inside like this area would probably have a lot more stuff. All more stuff like take cover behind and shit. Fuck. My lungs are catching up to me. Alright. But essentially, yeah, and then William would be like, alright, I'm gonna go, you know, I'm gonna go try and fucking put the stuff up, get ready to get out of here. Get us an escape out of here, you know, yada yada, because they can't stay here. And essentially he's like, alright, yeah, sounds good. And whoever is still alive, either Gabriel or Carl, whichever one didn't die at the bank, or get arrested at the bank, wherever it'll be, you know, Danny and them will be talking, and then all of a sudden they'll just get shot in the side of the head. Turns out the random like mercenary that they hired was Detective Miller, and Detective Miller just killed like Gabriel or Carl right in front of fucking Danny. Danny takes cover. They begin in a heated like shootout before William pops out of the door again, and he shoots Detective Miller a bit, but Detective Miller still has the body armor on, and so he turns around and, you know, fucking shoots the shit out of William. Not a lot. He shoots him like twice, and then William falls to the ground. I think Danny knocks out Detective Miller, like, as he's distracted on William. He knocks his ass out, but he was too late. William bleeds to death. right next to Danny, and you know, and then Danny hears the cops outside, and it's either A, he does a John Marston where he comes outside and tries to kill as many as he can before dying, or B, he comes outside and gets arrested. And essentially the series just ends with like his father, because his father actually recovers from leukemia, and with all the money that Danny got for him, with all the money that Danny got for him, he was able to you know, live a nice peaceful life after, but he, you know, his son's gone, either in jail or dead. It's just a very somber ending. But yeah, that's about it for Criminal Descent. What should I go over next? I've already went over Motor Stories, Criminal Descent, Washington Nights.
Washington Nights, Washington Nights, Washington
I already
Nights.
went over Washington Nights. That was the first thing I went over.
Did you go over
Soldiers.
the Warlord?
Soldiers.
Yeah, I already went over the Warlord and all that.
That was me.
Soldiers.
I'm the Warlord.
I know, I already said that. Soldiers?
Yes.
Yeah, I say Soldiers works.
Soldiers is trash. Soldiers are trash.
And then do Retribution.
Will Retribution be last?
I got 4 watching? What the fuck? Fucking
It
viewer
says
count
2
just...
for me. It says me and then Stranger.
Damn. They just went up and then went back down. I got 3 now. Alright, yeah. You got the Soldiers main base right here. So Soldiers, it was a pretty simple series. It was right after it was right after the Iraq war. You know. What the fuck is up with that? What the fuck? But it was right after, not the Iraq war, my bad. It was right after, it was like 2 years after 9/11, like 2003. It was just a normal ass series about some soldiers in Afghanistan. It was a basic ass series, I'm gonna be honest. But essentially season 1 would be like just chill as fuck, apart from like, you know, some some, you know, allies and shit dying. And season 2 would have been, I think, the ending, where essentially we get tasked to do some really heinous shit and we end up doing it. But the thing is that the commander, you know, we weren't supposed to do the shit and we still followed orders. And so the commander kind of just like sets us up and says that we did it without order. And so our squadron's cut off and shit. We're marked as like terrorists and fucking deserters and traitors. So we're able to we fight our way out of the fucking city that we're now trapped in and being shot at by insurgents and getting cornered and shit. And we end up, what do we end up? Yeah, we everyone ends up dying except for, was it my character? I'm pretty sure it was probably my character. Everyone ends up dying except for my character. My character is arrested and charged with he's dishonorably discharged, arrested for war crimes, and prosecuted. And then if I was going to do a season 3 and 4, which I did think about doing, but it wasn't guaranteed. Essentially, it was going to be that my character joins a PMC after that event, and he's, you know, he's essentially got either bailed or plead or fucking the evidence was insufficient. Either way, you know. And my character joins a PMC, and essentially just be shit about PMC. I don't really have any like big ideas for that. But yeah, that's about it for that. What else? What else? Oh yeah, I really just want to show this foxhole. I don't know, it just looks kind of fire. And I remember there was a character death that I was gonna have for the foxhole. Let me find it. So essentially this foxhole, what the fuck, echo. But so essentially this foxhole was just like where a lot of episodes would be. We'd just be fucking sitting here talking and shit. One episode in season 1, I was gonna have a character die here from a sniper shot. They get shot right in the back of the head, and essentially, you know, we'd get shot at a little bit. We'd fire back, and then after a while, just go dead silent, and then, you know, it would just be silent. That's about it. It's gonna be pretty fire death, though, in my opinion. That's about it for soldiers. I'm gonna be honest. Retribution. Alright, I'll do Retribution. I only have the interiors map in Eclipse City Central. I'll probably load up Eclipse City Central first. And you just watch the stream. Oh shit, actually loaded. Oh my god! Forget my booty.
Quite bigger than your butt twin.
Man, it's been a while since I've even done anything on this channel. Denny Benny's back!
Bro messed himself.
Oh my god. Alright. So this is Eclipse City. This is what for Retribution was going to be. This is big ass. It's just Cyberpunk essentially. That's really all the fucking series was. Yeah, that's essentially it. It was just going to be a sad Cyberpunk series. Season 1, my character's a street rat, you know, fucking not much. He signs up with this crew. This crew and him, they end up, you know, working together. A lot of the people from the crew die. My character ends up fighting the main villain up here, played by Cold. At the top of his tower, my character ends up getting killed, in that fight. You know, my character only has, like, at max military grade cybernetics anyway. My character dies. See, if I really highly doubted I would do it, but if there was going to be a season 2, it was going to be kind of like a Johnny Silverhand type thing, where I'd have like something like a construct kind of. I don't know. It's going to be something cool. Can't remember. The thought of the RP was really cool, though. I really did think that this RP gave it fire. And also, look at this.
I thought season 2 was going to be a big.
What'd you say? Yeah, it just cut out. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I thought season 2 was gonna be a.
I thought season 2 was going to be like a big backstory thing, and it was going to go further into the fact of it being a construct that your character came back to life by.
Oh
like,
yeah,
getting brought
shit.
back
Yeah,
with a
no.
chip.
Season 2 was going to be about the story of the person in the construct, and then season 3 was going to be like the V and Johnny Silverhand type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it now. Yeah, that's essentially what it was going to be. It was just going to show the city like way older, like probably like 50s something years. But yeah, that's honestly about it for Retribution. I can't really think. I'll show you the maps. The maps are cool. Retribution was going to be pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie.
You should speak more about the law.
The lore.
Yeah.
I don't
like
even
what
remember
the
much
city
of
is and
I don't
how
even
it's
remember
run.
much of the lore. It's been so long. It's been so long.
Can you talk about backlines?
Ah, fuck Backlines. Backlines was cancelled.
Aww.
I don't even remember the storyline for that anyway. Even if
And
I
like how this
could.
company like owned the city, so it was like its own nation kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, like Arasaka.
It was like Arasaka. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Oh yeah, here's the little nightclub. It's not done, but it was coming along pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. He had the mafia running it and everything. This is gonna be lit. Where's the like little? Yeah, here it is. Oh my god, there's so much shit that they removed. There was so much more stuff here. What the fuck? Yeah, you have like the little things. Yeah, it was gonna be fire. Honestly, Retribution really did have promise, but sadly it's over. Never come back. Now what else can I? What's the last thing? Isn't it just what else? I know we got crystallized. Is that it? Hello?
Not too sure.
I think it's just crystallized left.
And Spec Ops. I'm kidding.
Spec Ops? Well, I was about to say, I
kidding.
don't remember I was gonna make a Spec Ops RP now.
Yeah, I'm kidding. That was mine.
I think the only map I have for fucking crystallized was .0.
I thought we had that part, man.
No gold eggs, map.
Oh yeah, I don't own that. That's gold egg.
That's
Yeah.
gold egg.
Only thing I can show is .0. Oh shit. Reused assets. Reused assets.
Wow, this is all reused assets.
Fucking
Yo,
Outlander.
this looks like the 0 point.
Oh shit. That was
Outlander.
funny. Oh yeah, you have .0 for crystallized. This is literally where the outbreak began. It was from the ore, and the ore produces crystal dust. Crystallized was very based off the not Outlast, my bad, The Last of Us.
So
Like
the
very
infected
based
were
off of it.
created by methamphetamine.
Essentially, it's like a drug, and it just turns people really fucking like it doesn't turn them into like rage virus zombies, but it turns them into like fucking like
Reminds me of
What?
this one zombie franchise made by Insomniac, where like the zombies turn by drinking a soda. Or some
Overdrive?
stupid shit. Yeah, I think.
Sunset Overdrive? Yeah, I remember that. But essentially, yeah, it's not. Literally, all that happens is that they cracked open the crystals, it released spore dust, and the spore dust ended up, getting into people's lungs. People started getting sick. It started spreading as the people were going back home because they were sick, going into hospitals, even more areas of population. And the thing is, with these zombies, they can run, sprint, and jump until they started like forming crystallized armor, which over time, it's kind of like a clicker from The Last of Us, except for the clicker, they don't really lose their the clickers don't really lose their momentum. The clickers kind of keep it. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little map. It's not anything huge. You just have the area in the video, where the reporters and shit pulled up, saw the people. Yeah, it's a pretty simple map. I wish I had the other ones to show. They were way better, but at the end of the day, I can only show so
He
much.
just got his slaves to build them for him.
Actually, no, I helped build. It's just that I had like no memory on my maps, so I had to have other people use their maps. Oh shit. But yeah, essentially, for Crystallized, I did want to be like a pretty decent franchise, kind of like The Walking Dead Washington Nights, where so season 1 it was going to be like, it was going to end off with the father getting killed, and then the two brothers are on the road. Oh, actually, I do have a map that I can show y'all.
Bro just busted.
I did. Where is it? I think it's called Uncle David's house. Here it is. Yep.
Do you have that community map as well?
The community map? What do you mean?
For Crystallized, there was a community that we were going to go to that you built, I swear.
I never built it.
Oh.
Yeah, that was never built. Sadly. You're probably thinking of Turnwater. But essentially at the start of season 2, the two brothers would be driving up in this car right here. Oh, where the fuck? God damn.
Are you lagging?
Yeah, I like it pretty bad. Essentially they'd pull up in this Nitro Fang. As they drive up, they'd pull up here, they'd be like, this is Uncle David's house. And then they'd pull up here, Oh my god, dude, they got so many good props, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck? Who built a basement? Oh, I did. My dumbass. But essentially they pull up to like Uncle David, and he's like, holy shit, and then Uncle David learns about his dead brother. Uncle David has a daughter. The four of them all decide to leave. They leave, pack their shit up, go. Upon doing that, they just kind of like wander for a while, and they go across the states. They stay with the community for a little bit. The community ends up getting on fire. They leave. Then they find this new community, and they stay at that community. And then season 4, honestly, oh yeah. Season 4, my character gets killed season 4 is all about the community. And then my character betrays the community for my little brother. And then, yeah, that's season 3. God damn.
He also had 4 friends before he started that shit, and all 4 friends happened to be at that community. And he met them again. And then one of them was like a super fucking cool general in like the military type of area for it. And then it was like 2 sides of the same coin, where one of them's like trained by the outside world, and then one of them's trained by like the inside world. It's like 2 sides of the same coin. He's basically the second main character. Yeah.
But yeah, essentially, and then season 4, that character would end up killing my character.
Yeah.
Well, no, it would be season 4 or 5. I think it would be 5. Your character would kill my character, and then my character's little brother, aka Spy, would go hunt your character, kill you. And yeah, it was gonna end off with 5 seasons. It was gonna be fire. I'm be honest. It was.
Best friends turned enemies for apocalypse.
Crystallized was gonna be great. I really wish I could have done more Crystallized.
But was like,
It's unfortunate, but at the same time,
filming
Fortnite roleplays is not worth it. I'll be honest. It's not worth it anymore. Like,
I was gonna make a statement then, but that's probably best not to be on live.
Alright. Yeah, honestly, that's really about it. I highly doubt there's anyone in chat. But if anyone has like questions about certain series, or anything, shoot it. If not, you know, I'll wait a bit. If, you know, I give it like 30 seconds.
Daniel has a question that says, when will I be dick down?
Okay, who the fuck is Daniel, bruh?
Me.
Alright, now I'm back down to 2 viewers. Alright, well, I'll say that that's probably about it. Go subscribe to Last World Productions. I've been posting on there. It's a way better channel, way better content. Expect awesome content on that channel. Please just go subscribe to it. It's fucking great. And yeah, honestly, thank y'all for thank y'all for, you know, being around for this little journey whenever I had this channel and all that. It was pretty fun from 2021 to like what, 2024? 2025. No, it's 2025. So 2021, 2025, that was a 4-year run. I think that's pretty solid. But honestly, this channel is just kind of, I don't know, Fortnite roleplays just aren't my thing anymore. I just don't find them as fun as they used to be. So, yeah, hope y'all can understand, got some of this, man.
The game just became shit.
Yeah, it's pretty dog dookie. But, yeah, it's pretty fire. Anyway, hope y'all have a nice, day, night, whatever the fuck. Yeah, go subscribe to Last Protections, better content on there. And, yeah.